Welcome everyone to our convention recap. Can everyone hear me okay? Is it all right? Yeah. Okay. Um, so a lot of us just finished spending several days together virtually, enjoying Young Living's convention. And while it wasn't, and if you could mute yourself, that would be great, so we don't hear any feedback. Thank you. Um, It wasn't the regular convention experience. They did a really amazing job at bringing us all together virtually. So we just want to share a little bit about some of the things that we learned there, a little bit of what the experience was, some workshop highlights, and a little bit more about the new products, which you've probably already heard a little bit about, maybe you've already ordered, but we'll give you a little bit more details on that. So I it was like I said, it wasn't what we're used to, but they did a really good job. We still all got to hear Mary sing. So the
It wouldn't be complete without her singing, just wouldn't.
no, not at all. So we got to hear some really good Mary opera singing with her boys too. They bring like the rock and roll and the beats a little bit more. And then while we didn't get to go to the farm, normally when you're at convention, you get to go experience the farm. We did get to hear about a new farm, which is always exciting. And it's just more of a testament to Young Living's commitment to seed to seal and ensuring that, you know, we get the highest quality oils because they do own their own farms. So that was really exciting. And we learned about a new incentive going on called Dream 500, which is amazing. Everyone here, if you choose, has the opportunity to go to Bora Bora.
Bora Bora.
Which is like that bucket list vacation destination. I don't know if it is for you, but it is for me. I always want to stay in one of those huts over the water. They just, so, and we'll get you more details on that. But it's a really awesome incentive, and they have designed it so that truly anyone can do it. Anyone can do it. It's just a matter of choosing to do it. And we also learned more about what the Young Living Foundation is doing. I know a lot of you are probably really familiar with the foundation's work. They do incredible things. They support organizations like Hope for Justice, which provides support to people who have been impacted by human trafficking, and also Soul Hope, which we've actually done some local fundraisers for and then have cut shoes for. It's an organization that helps provide shoes and medical care for people who are impacted by the foot parasite. They're called jiggers, and they burrow into people's feet, and they really have a significant impact on quality of life. So that organization does great work. And then also the Young Living Academy in Ecuador, and just worldwide, there's, you know, other organizations that they support and fund, and we learn more about what they're doing with those. So our general sessions were full of that type of information, as well as some really great motivational speakers, and Steph's going to share a little bit more about one of those in a minute here. But before I send it over to her, I'm just going to quickly give you guys a rundown on my favorite workshop, which was all about supplements. Now, we have an hour here today. So I'm going to have to keep this really, really abbreviated because we could talk for at least an hour all about this workshop. The woman who taught it, her name is Marcella Von Harding, and she's a Royal Crown Diamond. She's also an integrative care physician. She just has an immense amount of knowledge, and she really covered foundational nutrition and how a lot of our Young Living supplements provide those building blocks for us. And she went into a lot of detail on the cleansing trio. A lot of you have probably used the cleansing trio with us because we've done a couple of cleansing trio challenges in here. It's a great trio of products. There's 3 of them. You know, you've got Comfort Tone and ICP and Essential Zymes. And those are all really designed to support digestive health. And Marcella's perspective is that that is really your first step. So if you're new and you don't really know where to start with supplements, a great place to start is with, you know, getting that digestive support in place, and the cleansing trio is a really good foundation for that. other supplements that she talked about were Illuminize and Ningxia Red, and then all of the enzymes. And you guys, we're so lucky because Young Living has 4 different, well, really 5 different, if you include the kids' enzymes, but 5 different types of enzymes for us. And enzymes they are the key to so many functions in our body, so many cellular functions. So we are born with, a store of enzymes. And when we start eating really like, your standard American diet or a lot of processed foods, we start tapping into that reserve of enzymes to help us process those foods in our bodies. And eventually we get to a point where we've depleted them if we're not replenishing them, right? So we have enzymes that we can use to replenish those ones in our bodies, like Essential Zymes 4, Detoxzyme, Allerzyme. And like I said, we could spend an hour on each of those supplements alone and all the different things that they do. But the basics to know is that your body needs enzymes. Essential Zymes or Essential Zymes 4 are a great place to start. Detoxzyme and Allerzyme are very much designed to do what they sound like. Personally, I usually have all of them in my supplement cupboard, which is a thing. And I don't use them all the time, but the one that I do use every single day is Essential Zymes. That's kind of like my baseline. And then I go from there depending on listening to my body and how I feel and what I think needs support. So it was really great to hear her speak on enzymes. And if you search our Facebook groups, you will find tons of information on enzymes too. And then she shared a couple personal testimonials, and I just want to share those with you really quickly, and then we'll move on. But yes, her testimonials were incredible. So she spoke about a dear friend she has who had started using Ningxia Red. And after like a month or so or whatever of using Ningxia Red, she contacted Marcella and said, can you come and do a class on weight loss for me? And Marcella was, weight loss. And she said, yes, I've started drinking that Ningxia Red, 6 ounces a day, and I have lost 35 pounds. And that was the only change she had made. And she was pretty prescriptive about when she was drinking it. She was drinking it at 2 ounces at 8 a.m., 2 ounces at 10 a.m., and 2 ounces at 2 p.m. And just by making that change, she had lost a significant amount of weight. And part of the reason for that is that, Ningxia Red, like we all know, it's a whole body nutrient infusion, right? It's packed with antioxidants, so many good things. And it's really good for supporting those healthy blood sugar levels, which definitely impacts your appetite and all those types of things. So people, this woman had these amazing results with it. So Marcella turned around and told her mom, my friend, she lost all this weight drinking 6 ounces of Ningxia Red a day. And her mom said, well, I drink 6 ounces a day, but I didn't lose any weight. And so she said, try splitting it up. So her mom started splitting up those 6 ounces into 3 2-ounce servings. And she immediately, within, it was 1 to 2 weeks, she lost 8 pounds. So she saw an impact as well. So it was just really, really incredible testimonial to hear. And the last thing I'm going to share from that workshop, even though there's so much more, but one thing she spoke to that is something we can all do really easily. She spoke about how the first bite of food you have in the day really sets the tone for your digestive system. It determines how much hydrochloric acid your stomach is going to produce for the day. It determines how much protease your pancreas is going to secrete to digest protein. And when we have undigested protein in our body, it leads to a bad situation. It's not something that we want. So we really want our body set up for success and how it's going to digest our food throughout the day. And an easy way to do that is to give yourself protein as your first food of the day, as opposed to like a carb or something like that. Like donut, not a good idea. Bagel, not a good idea. I know. But her recommendation is to start with soaked almonds. Yes. Sherry, I'm glad you ate your almonds. So you want to soak them because that helps take out some of the phytates, which are just something in nuts that we can avoid if possible, just simply by soaking. So you soak them for a minimum of 6 hours, maximum of 72, and then you eat 1 almond per 10 pounds of body weight that you want to be. So if you want to be 150 pounds, you eat 15 almonds. really simple. So that is a great tip that you can get started doing tomorrow or the day after you go get your almonds. So those were some of the things that I learned in the workshop and really thought it was fantastic. And I'm going to kick it over to Steph, who's going to share a little bit about one of the motivational speakers.
Hi, guys. Oh my gosh. So I have to say that I was pretty impressed with Young Living's virtual convention this year. I've been before in person, and I have to say that I still felt really connected with everybody who I would have wanted to travel with. So that's huge right now. For me, I feel very fortunate that I decided to go, and I felt like there was a lot of great big takeaways. So I'm excited to share them with you guys tonight. When I found out that Jon Acuff was speaking at the YL convention, I was so stoked. This guy is great, and I've heard him speak before, but I was excited to see him again because when Jon speaks, he speaks the truth, and he's spot on with his advice and how to share essential oils with others. So if you don't already know, we as members all, have the benefits of our oils, and we use them in our supplements, like Stacy said, or you could have, Savvy Minerals makeup, or you can use the oils themselves. But if you didn't already know, you as a Young Living member can earn a thank you check, a paycheck from Young Living, just by helping others enroll with Young Living. And we have lots of great classes that can help you learn to do just that. And you can check in with the Oily Facebook groups for upcoming classes. But right now, I'm going to share with you Jon Acuff's session. And what he talked about is finding rhythm when you're sharing oils, finding rhythm in your business and how you share. And Jon says that it's really important to do the right thing at the right time in the right way. So as leaders, we talk all the time about the importance of listening for needs, right? And how can we do the right thing if we don't know what somebody needs, right? We have to think about in the right time, in the right way, with asking the right questions and building those relationships to really better understand our members. So finding that rhythm will come within time when we take time to think and consider what is right for my new member? What is it that they really want for themselves and for their families? Also, what does my team need right now, right? If you have leaders underneath you, how can I help my leaders who want to share oils with others? What do I need to do to help support them? And it really takes asking them, getting to know them, and hearing what they say. Jon also spoke about something that I know I struggle with, and I figure I can't be the only one struggling with this, right? He spoke about not wanting to, like, how you need to stop waiting for perfection, right? He said, just stop trying to create the perfect goal because it doesn't really exist, right? You got to set your goal, what you're going to intend to go for, and start plugging away at it, right? Start coming down, breaking it down, deciding what is going to get me there. And sometimes we find we meet our goals early, or sometimes we find that our goal might not be exactly what we were hoping for, so we need to change along the way. But just to reevaluate that goal every 90 days is what he said. That was the big ticket number. So it's never going to be perfect as much as I want it to be, but it does need to be intentional. And that's how you begin to start to reach your goals, by being intentional. So that means, thinking about who do you appeal to? How are you identifying your members' needs? And how are you sharing your love for oils and how you use them too firsthand? I want to leave you with one more thing that Jon says, and he says, make war with your distractions, like being sucked into your phone or the TV, and make peace with your commitments, like spending time with your family and getting your work done and devoting time to your side hustle. He says to lead into your story and not the products, and that people, they relate to stories, then they relate to you, and that's why they buy the things that they do. They see if it works for you, it can work for them. So next up is Sherry, and she's going to tell you all about the Rise booklet.
Thanks, Steph. So this is a great piggyback to what she was just talking about. Now, the Rise booklet is something that is actually in your virtual office for all of you. And I need to look back at my notes. But I love this because RISE stands for, I can't find my notes. I'm sorry, I've got like notes everywhere. But it's reach, inspire, share, and enroll. Wasn't that it? Reach? Was it the first one, reach? But this is a guide for when you start with Young Living. If you want to build a business, everything is right in this book for you. There is a online version or a downloadable PDF that you can print out. I actually have mine completed on my computer as a PDF, but I printed it out just to like show you that it's like really easy to do. But some of the big things to know in this is, like Steph said, is that people want to hear your story. You don't need to know all the things. I remember when I first started and a friend asked me and I said to Stacy, I'm like, I don't know. I don't know anything. She was like, okay, all you need to know is your starter kit. That's all you need to know, because that's all anyone else is going to start with. And I was like, oh, okay, I can do that, maybe. And I just learned that starter kit. And that's what all of us are doing. When we are sharing with our friends, we're not sharing about obscure oils in the beginning. We're showing them the starter kit because that has something for everybody, every body system. That's all you need to know. And then you plug them into all of these resources that all of us are a part of. And that's where we all keep learning more. So don't be intimidated. Have your story. Why did you get into Young Living? Why do you still use Young Living? What is it that makes you keep ordering? What makes you love the products? Be a product of the product, and all of your friends are going to see that. Share on social media if that's your comfort zone. If not, when you're having people over, have your products out. You have to do what's in your comfort zone, but you have to just be a product of the product. But the big thing is just go look for this. It is under member resources, and it's a really easy guide about like, why are you interested in the business? What's your motivation? How do you find people? How do you share? And it really walks you through 90 days of helping you learn how to share and be a business builder. And if you can't find it, just reach out to us and we can help you find it. And I'm going to pop it back to Steph because we want to get to like the good things, which are the products. And she's going to talk about 2 oils. And guys, these are limited time only oils, I believe, right? Aren't both of them? So that means when they're gone, they're gone. So go ahead, Steph.
Thanks, Sherry. Yes, I am super excited about these oils, guys. So the first one is called Cassia. And this is one that was used in the Healing Oils of the Bible kit. And it used to be the only way that you get your hands on it. It's one that I immediately put inside of a shop order during convention. So this is mentioned as like the holy anointing oil, and it's like a key ingredient in the temple incense. And we're excited now that it's a single oil. So we're going to talk all about it. It is made from the cinnamon cassia tree, and it is a cousin to cinnamon, and it's made from the same plant, but there's a difference. So cassia is a sweeter scent, and it's uplifting yet calming. It leaves a warm aroma in your home, and they say that it's useful in times of doubt and when you need to recenter. It's a great emotional oil, and it's great for your inner connection. And this is one that could be used just for relaxation or during times of meditation. And for those of you who like to pair your oils up with other oils too, this is really a really great one for citrus oils as well. Some benefits for using this oil is that it refreshes and purifies the air and removes odors. So this is a great one to pair together with the Thieves Household Cleaner to give it an extra boost. It's supposed to help with the odor and also to remove dirt from surfaces. And it also inspires emotional release. So if you want to use this one topically, what's recommended is that you dilute 1 drop with 4 drops of V6 carrier oil or whatever carrier oil of your choice. And to diffuse up to 30 minutes a day. There is no limit right now to order, so stock up on however much you want, but it is limited. So that means that we can't guarantee that they'll be making more. So I grabbed mine. It's $22.75, and you get the full PV for it. So it's 22.75 PV. Another oil that we're super excited about is the Ecuadorian oregano. And this is best described as refreshing and herbaceous. It's one of Young Living's farms from, you guessed it, Ecuador. That's why it's called Ecuadorian oregano. And it's technically, though, not really part of the oregano family. But it's named after it because of that herbaceous oregano-like scent. But it's actually a lot more similar to peppermint. So some ways to use this oil: it can be mixed in with Ortho-Ease or Orthospores to massage onto some overworked muscles. It pairs really well with the Thieves oil and Thieves cleaning products too. It also purifies the unwanted odors in the air. For those of you who are familiar with the raindrop technique, this is like a milder, softer version of the oregano, so it can take the place of that essential oil. It's got similar properties. And this oil can also create an invigorating experience when inhaled or diffused, especially with RC or other eucalyptus oils. This one also has no limit, and it's a limited time offer. So again, we don't know when it runs out, it runs out. There's no guarantee that they're going to make more. So, and this one's priced at $29.50 and you get the full PV value as well. Next up is Amy, and she's going to tell you all about Young Living's newest supplement that I already put into my shop order. We're super excited for. It's Super Vitamin D.
Hi everyone. Yeah, I am. Thanks, Steph, and I am super excited. When they announced this, I was like, yeah. So was everyone else. We were all cheering and yay. Super vitamin D. We all know vitamin D is good for our bones. It helps grow, helps strengthen our bones, which for all of us, it's awesome. It also is a great, I guess it also helps with muscles, which I really didn't know that before. So I did learn about that, which is really cool. One of the things I didn't know at all is that vitamin D can help our body's respiratory immune system. That was very interesting to me. And it also can help us with our mood and our hormones, which is, it has Melissa in it, which my chiropractor has been telling me for many, many, many months to take Melissa every day. So I'm super, I tried Melissa, and I kind of to taste it. It's not so great. So I'm really glad that they've got it in the vitamin now. And the vitamins actually they're teeny. They're very little. You chew that, they say to put them in your mouth and let them dissolve for, I can't remember how many seconds, but it says to let them sit in your mouth and dissolve and then finish chewing them up. And it's 2 capsules a day. And I'm just really excited to get my sunshine in a bottle. It's going to be awesome. And next we have Vanessa to talk about the 2 new beautiful diffusers. Thank you.
Thanks, Amy. Yeah, I have some information about those 2 new gorgeous that Young Living is bringing to us with this release. They are limited edition. So like Sherry was saying, some of these are permanent and that some of these are limited. So both of these diffusers are a limited edition item. So that means that once they're sold out, they're sold out. So we've got 2 different diffusers. There's the Lucia and the Luster. And that, like everybody said, they are absolutely gorgeous. What's cool about these diffusers is that they are actually artisan made from hand-blown glass. And I went to the workshop where they talked about this. They are actually pure silicon dioxide that is blown after being heated in a furnace that is 3,000 degrees. The artisans that are creating these for Young Living went through 2 years of extensive training in order to be able to create these diffusers. And they're, again, they're showpieces, they're works of art. They're so much more than a diffuser. But the diffuser part is, the Luster is the slightly bigger of the 2, and that it runs anywhere from 6 hours on its full setting to 12 hours on intermittent setting. Lucia is a little bit smaller, and will run anywhere from 4 hours on its low or on its full setting, up to 8 hours on its intermittent setting. Each comes with 8 LED light features. So just like our other diffusers have all the different light settings, and that these have that too. But you get that really nice, warm, soft glow, and that because of the glass. The insides are still kind of similar to like your Desert Mist and that your Dewdrop, those diffusers that we've already got, but that outside shell is glass. From what everybody was kind of showing us, it tends to look like it's a little bit of a sturdy glass, but it is still glass. So if you've got little guys or pets that, you know, maybe aren't super careful, just find a good place for them where they're not going to get knocked over. But they're absolutely gorgeous and stunning, and right, I have both of them coming to my house, but don't tell my husband. Along with those diffusers, we also have a couple brand new oil blends. Those of you guys that have heard me talk about Young Living before, you know how much I love my blends, and that because it's just a whole bunch of awesomeness all packed into one bottle. And that again, like, you know, talk about bang for your buck, let's get a whole bunch of really good stuff and put it all in one bottle. So the first one, and that is Gary's Light. This blend is super cool and original, and that this was actually developed with the help of Mary and Gary Young's son, Jacob. He got to be part of developing this oil, which is pretty cool. Listening to Mary talk about this one was just super inspiring, and that just kind of the whole idea that she just kind of really felt Gary's presence with her, you know, and as she just kind of like reflected on that, you know, and as these things just started coming to her, it took her back to Gary's home lab, and that which he kept up on the top story of the house, and he would mess around with different oils and experiment and try different blends. And, you know, she said there were all kinds of, you know, just little handwritten labels on the bottles that, you know, all over the lab. So this one kind of came together as inspired by some of his work. This one has just a whole ton of goodness in it. There is sacred frankincense, cistus, lemongrass, cinnamon, myrrh, dorado azul, which Gary Young actually kind of discovered on his own, hyssop, and some bitter orange in there. So just a really cool blend, used to purify air, kind of restorative in properties. You can use it topically as a fragrance, and that they also suggested being able to use it alongside some of those respiratory oils, things like using it with thieves and purification and RC and ImmuPower. So just, you know, super booster meant to work right alongside with some of those really cool purifying oils. The other oil that they brought out this year and is brand new is also kind of a first for Young Living. This is their first foundation oil. So 35% of the proceeds from every wholesale purchase of a bottle of this blend go directly to Young Living's foundation. And it's the first time they've done this, which is amazing. This blend is called One Heart. Again, just the stories that we heard people tell us about some of these oils or some of what went along with it were just, you know, mind-blowingly inspiring. This one is super cool. The oil itself, and that is awesome, we'll talk about that, but what's even cooler, and that is that one of the students of the Young Living Academy in Ecuador actually designed the label herself. Young lady who has been interested in graphic design and going into that as a career field had the opportunity to design the label. And so, you know, this label features and that an actual product, if you will, of one arm of the foundation, actually showing us her gifts and her talents, which is pretty darn amazing. She has incorporated different symbols into that reflect Ecuadorian culture. Around kind of the name of the oil, you'll see hands and you'll see fish, and that both of those are symbolic of kind of the commonality of all people. The bird that sits kind of on either side of the label, and that is also kind of a traditional Ecuadorian symbol as well. So this, you know, the story behind, you know, we're just talking about the label, right, guys? And then this is the kind of thought and effort that went into that. Again, super awesome blend. We have in this one, ylang ylang, lemon, lime, Northern Lights black spruce, Acatea, and Valor, that all have become components in this particular oil. This one's a little bit unique. Most of our oils and that give you full PV for every dollar. So this oil is $45, but it's only $22.50 PV. And the reason for that is because a part of this is going back to the foundation. So part of your purchase price, and that is going directly to the Young Living Foundation. So it's a little bit different, but what an amazing way to both support these just all the work that the foundation does, and that to support these kids. and to get an amazingly fabulous oil on top of it. I can't wait for mine to come. So those are mine, and then I believe I am passing it off to Vera next, and she has a couple more amazing products for you. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Vanessa. So when they announced aroma rings, I thought like, this is genius. Like I thought of my husband first because my husband goes to work and has to wear a mask. So these aroma rings, he can wear it underneath your nose, behind a mask. And, it's hands-free, it's discreet, and it's like your own personal diffuser. You know what I mean? You don't have to put water or oil, it's just there. And I believe it, like the smell lasts like 6 hours. And the good thing about this, it's reusable. If you're done with one, I mean, you still have some in your box, of course, but you can soak it in water and put like, well, let's be honest, I'll probably be the one soaking my husband's nose, aroma ring in water. And then he can put his, other oil that he wants. And, it's just amazing. I think it's genius. And it's also good for people who can't diffuse at work. So I believe the Aroma Ease is already out of stock and lavender is still in stock. So, I mean, like, I can't wait for my order because it's part of my order. And other two things that I'm going to talk about is the liquid foundation and liquid concealer. I think if I could have, if I know how to do backflips or cartwheels, I would have done it, but I can't. Sorry, I can't. But I'm like, I feel like people are screaming, finally, and it's just like the liquid foundation, like from what I've seen from people who've tried it, it's like very forgiving and has like enough coverage, so you can do like as little or as much as you want. It also has like Royal Hawaiian Sandalwood, which is in Young Living's creams. I think the wrinkle cream has it. Yeah, because, wrinkles. And it also has ethically mined mica crystals, which enhance the natural radiance. So I think that's what gives, like, people have tried it, like the dewy look. So I can't wait for my order because I like the dewy look, like, hey, I just came from the beach look, even though I've been stuck at home, that kind of look. So I'm excited about that. And the concealer, you guys, I had like dark circles underneath my eyes for like forever. So I'm so excited about this because it doesn't only like help conceals, but it brightens and it highlights, wherever you put it. And it has Manuka oil, which also, it helps reduce the appearance of blemishes. So I have a zit right now here. So I'm like, I'm so stoked and can't wait for my order so I can start putting it on, because as long as you use it, it will reduce the appearance of blemishes on your skin. So those are the, I'm excited for everything, but those three are my favorites so far, aside from like the vitamin D and then the thieves rub and so on and so forth. So I'm gonna kick you back to Stacy to talk more about the convention products.
I'm actually going to cut in really quick before Stacy because I have an amazing testimonial already about the aroma rings. So we had virtual convention roomies, and one of my convention roomies is a Crossline friend who lives in Virginia, and she got her box today. Now, she has a 6-year-old daughter with autism, and they actually have a service dog for her because she's a runner and has a lot of things going on with her. So she got out the lavender aroma ring. And if you guys haven't seen the pictures, if you weren't at any of the convention things, it's this little bitty clear thing. It looks like a mini nose ring, but it's clear and you just kind of like put it right there. So if you've seen some of the profile pictures, but she said the smell is actually, it was a little strong at first. So they would just wear it for 1 or 2 minutes. She was messaging us throughout the night. She said, my husband wore it for 10 minutes. He's out cold on the couch. Her daughter, the one that has autism, she said, she's fighting it. She's fighting this thing. 10 minutes later, she sent us a picture of the girl out cold on the couch. So I'm just saying, people, like everyone's like, wait, why didn't I order more of those? And it was the lavender. The Aroma Ease scent is the one that sold out, but there are still lavender. So if you need your own personal chill pill, it sounds like it worked for her. So I just had to share that. All right, now you can take it, Stacy.
That is awesome. I can't wait for mine to come. I'm like stalking my shipping information constantly. Um, so just a few more things to share. Actually, right in line with that lavender aroma ring to knock out your family is Unwind, which is a new supplement. And it is designed for kids, but just like with some of the other kids supplements, adults can certainly use it. It is made to help kids calm down, like end of the day, sleep peacefully, all of that type of stuff, unwind essentially. And it's designed to be just like the little Mighty Pro packets, right? So it's the same type of delivery mechanism. So it's like a pixie stick. But I think its branding is purple. And it's got a bunch of good stuff in it. It's got L-theanine, which promotes a state of relaxation and eases irritability. So that's what makes me think it'll be really good for me too. It also has 5-hydroxytryptophan, which is a plant-derived, and it helps helps something react and turn into serotonin in our brain, right? And that's a really, really good hormone we want when we are feeling overstimulated and just really want that relaxation and to calm down. And then it also has magnesium. It has magnesium derived from seawater. And we all know that magnesium plays a key role in fighting off sleeplessness. So a lot of people are magnesium deficient and don't even know it. It's actually one of the first things I recommend when people say they can't sleep very well is to take Epsom salt baths, which is another source of magnesium. But this is even better. And it's also got lavender and Roman chamomile in it. So definitely something you can give your kids or yourself in the evening, getting ready for bed, depending on what's going on with you or anyone in your family. It's not inconceivable that you couldn't use it during the day if you need to provide some additional support to help someone, calm down, relax in the middle of the day. It's designed for kids 4 and older. Now, I know a lot of people who said magically their children will turn 4 when it arrives. So there's that. And right now, I think they're limiting it to 2 per account per month. So there's a limit on it. So that's one of them. I'm super excited about that. It's one of those things that I didn't even know I needed, but I definitely need. And then another one Vera talked a little bit about or just mentioned was the Thieves Chest Rub. So this is something that it's essentially the easy button, right? So like we already know that we have these amazing tools for respiratory health. We talk about making chest rubs, all those things. This is like you order it, you're done. It's amazing because it's considered an over-the-counter medication, so we can make certain claims about it that we can't really make about our DIY chest rubs. So about this, we can actually say that it temporarily relieves stuffiness, cough, and congestion associated with the common cold, which is really powerful. And to be able to do that with an all-natural product that doesn't contain petroleum derivatives and all that garbage is really important. It's one of the kind of unique and cool things about it is it has this hands-free applicator thing. And I don't have it in my hands yet, but it appears that it's basically just kind of like one of those like screw tops, or like you can rub it on and you don't have to actually touch the rub at all, which is really nice if you don't want to get the rub on you, because you know how like you rub something on and then you're like, where do I put this? Like I have extra on me, And as I was telling this to Ryan, and this is not something I thought of, but as a man, he was like, yeah, that can be a big problem, especially if you're going to go to the bathroom later. So anyway, so hands-free application is really important depending on what's going on. So that was kind of cool. The last thing I'm going to share is the new skincare line called Bloom. So you guys, this skincare line, I think it blows everything out of the water. First of all, I will say that when I heard about it, I was absolutely intrigued, but I love my Art skincare products. So I was kind of like, okay, But then I saw the before and after photos of people who have been using these products, and they are amazing. This is a skincare line. It's designed to help, brighten and rejuvenate the skin, kind of add back that dewy glow that Vera was talking about. That is what it is all about. It's perfect for anyone, from 20 to 50 and really beyond. It's not necessarily an anti-aging product. I think the Art skincare line is more designed for aging skin. I know a lot of people are planning to use the Bloom products in the morning because they give you that dewy glow. They have that ethically sourced mica in them to kind of give you that radiance, and still use their Art skincare products in the evening to get those benefits too. Yeah, it's a trio of products. It's got the cleanser, the essence, which is kind of like a serum, and then it has the lotion. And yeah, so we saw before and afters that were 2 months difference, and it was night and day, especially with some people who had a lot of redness in their skin. And then we saw, some of the Young Living leaders, they received these products just a few days in advance of convention. So we saw a before and after of someone who had been using it for 5 days, and you could already see a difference in her skin. It was really incredible. So right now the essence is sold out. You can still get the cleanser and the lotion. And I got the trio through my convention order, and then I ordered an additional cleanser and lotion today because I don't know what's going to happen and I want to have this stuff. So you can look in the group. It goes into like the technology in these products is really incredible. These products have been years in the making. I'm not going to dive into all that right now, but they are, honestly, I don't care. I just look at that before and after and like, that's what I want. I know they're clean, safe, natural. So I'm good. But if you want all the technology and science behind it, it's definitely in the groups. All right. I am going to send it back to Sherry.
All right. So the last few things we wanted to talk about, there is actually a CBD share bundle. I didn't know that was going to be made available to everybody. I thought it was convention only, but it is still available to everybody. So the CBD share bundle, you get a 500 milligram bottle of the cinnamon, of the peppermint, and the citrus. I don't have an empty citrus bottle. And you get a 5-pack of these super awesome little tins of the Muscle Balm. If you haven't tried it yet, it's amazing. I actually got this back in, I think it was Black Friday or something, when it was still from Nature's Ultra. I keep this in my purse, like it's in my oil bag. And then I just refill it with the bit from the big container. But I love, it's a 5-pack of the tin. So if you want to share it with someone to like have them try it before they, take that splurge into the CBD. Same thing with this. The price of one bottle of the 500 milligram CBD is $79.95. So you get 3 bottles of the CBD and 5 of these tins for $245. It's like you're getting all the Muscle Balm for $5. Like it's amazing. And if you're not set on any particular flavor, like this is the way to go. I prefer cinnamon, but I use all of them, so it doesn't really matter. But then they also, on the last day of convention, announced you can just buy a 5-pack of these little Muscle Balm tins for $44.95. This is very limited time. This is not going to be a normal stock, and they are still there. So I might have ordered more than one of those tins because like it's such a great deal, honestly. So, and I know Stacy did the math. Do you remember your math? No, you didn't? Okay. Someone did the math on like how much it ended up costing, but it was like a really good deal for this pack of them for $44. But my actual thing that I'm really most excited about are these mini kits. Now, I've got all my big oil bags that I carry around, but they have released 4 of these adorable mini kits. They're little zipper pouches that you can throw into your backpack, your purse, your bag, your briefcase, whatever. And it's got everything you need in there. So the first one is called Serenity Now, and it has lavender, stress away, peace and calming 5 ml bottles, and it comes with a little aroma ring. It comes with a lavender aroma ring. So if you're someone that stresses out in your day job, this is a great little travel pouch that will have those oils in there, and it's just a cute little zipper pack. And that is still in stock. The Wish You Well, I think this is great for like when you're traveling, or if you have people that, you know, like if you're sending kids off to college. This one has Digest, Thieves, and RC, and it's got the Aroma Ease aroma ring in a cute little zipper pouch. And then I'm going to talk about it, but it's out of stock. To the Rescue, because I've been trying to check as we've been talking about them tonight. The To the Rescue was kind of like the big mini kit. It was a bigger case, but it had Deep Relief, Thieves, Stress Away, Digest, and M-Grain, and one of each of the aroma rings. Now, guys, M-Grain, I don't leave my house without it. They only sell it in a 15 ml bottle. So I've got, even my littlest bag, I've always got that big 15 ml of M-Grain, because I don't want to put it in a sample bottle because I'll forget what it is and then I'll lose it. So I'm really excited. However, you can still get the 5 ml of M-Grain in the Mind Over Matter kit. So this kit has Deep Relief, Peppermint, M-Grain, and a reflexology ring. So I'm still looking into what these are, but it's this little ring that you put on your finger and you roll it up and down your finger. And apparently when you roll it up and down your fingers, it will activate your VitaFlex points as if you were putting it on your VitaFlex points on your feet. And it's only in that Mind Over Matter kit. So if you Google reflexology rings, you can read about them, but it's just this thing, you slide it over your finger and you rub it up and down. So like when you're suffering from a headache, because listen to all the things in there. It's Deep Relief, M-Grain, and Peppermint. So I'm like super excited about that kit, which is why, yeah, love it. So guys, there are so many amazing things. And I don't know if these kits are, I don't think they call them limited time only, but I don't know if they're going to be around. They haven't really said one way or the other. But if there's something you want, I wouldn't wait, because we know in the past that's happened. And then when everything sells out from convention, it's usually not back until mid to late August. So just remember, if there's something that you're like, okay, I really want to get that, I wouldn't wait. We have a few minutes. I'm really proud of us, guys. We did it on time. But before I open it up to questions, Stacy and I, if our shipments arrive and the weather is nice, we are planning a social distancing get together at my house Friday. Now, what we're going to do to make this work, I actually have a Sign Up Genius link set up. So we are going to allow 8 people at a time to come over to my house in my backyard for like half-hour blocks. Because that's really, we're not going to have like the big party, but it's to see the products. So Stacy's going to be posting that, but it'll be only 8 people can sign up for a half hour at a time. And we have 15 minutes before the group, so everyone can leave. We can wash stuff off, and then the next 8 can come over, just to keep all of us safe. And so look for that. We'll be posting that after this call. And let's just hope our stuff and the weather is cooperating with us. But I'm going to open it up. If anyone had any questions, you can go ahead and unmute yourself or put it in the chat or comments. Nothing?
I'll comment.
Go ahead.
I cannot wait for my orders. I just checked them and they're still pending. So I'm like, come on. But I got on there. I screamed out loud when I heard about the concealer, because that has been what I have been begging for. I don't wear makeup at all except for concealer. So this is like, yes. And I did get the bigger, I don't remember what it was called, Serenity or whatever. The
big one's Rescue Me, which is out of stock, or To the Rescue.
To the Rescue. That's the one I got, because I was really going back and forth about those aroma rings. So I'm pretty excited. Oh my gosh, I am so excited that they are reusable, because that's going to be a lifesaver under masks.
I agree. And at first I was like, ew, that's really weird. Like,
yeah.
not gonna lie, that was my first impression. But over the last few days, when I'm seeing, all the diamonds and above got this stuff before convention, and they're all wearing it and sharing testimonials. And I'm like, oh, that's going to be pretty cool. And if you saw, Lindsay Gramont posted today about hers. So she did wash hers, and she chose to put Laurus Nobilis in it, which is a favorite oil of mine. And she said it was amazing. She just put 1 drop on it and wore it. And she's like in love that how you can customize it. So
Yes.
especially if we are back in school and I'm wearing a mask all day, you can bet I'm going to be having my aroma ring. So yeah, that's awesome. I'm so excited for you.
I can't wait.
Anyone else? Any questions or comments?
Can I ask a question about the super vitamin D? Do you know
Yeah.
actually how much vitamin D is in it? Like there's different, amounts.
Does anyone have the pip sheet on that? Oh,
Oh, I
Amy,
think
can
Amy
you
has
answer
one.
for us? Amy's like, I've got it. Can you unmute yourself?
I'm on 2 different things because
I
my
know.
computer volume doesn't work, so I keep forgetting to do that. So let's see. It says it contains 250% of the daily value of vitamin D. Does that answer your question?
And I believe that the daily value is 600 IU. I think that's the
Okay.
unit
That's
they
not,
use.
yeah, that's not on here, so I don't see that.
Is that what
I
you were
just
looking
see-
for, Karen, or was there other?
Yeah, because like there's different grades of vitamin D. And I know I'm just starting to go see a rheumatologist, and they say vitamin D is a big one
Mhm.
to help with
Mhm.
that. So I
I just looked on the website, and it says that there's 500 micrograms or mcgs of vitamin D in 2 tablets.
Okay.
Oh, that's very helpful. Thank you.
No problem.
Thanks, Mallory.
Yeah.
Anyone else? All right. What are you guys most excited about? Steph, one thing. If you could only get one thing from the convention, what would you have been most excited about? One.
It's so hard, Sherry.
I know.
Well, I'm excited because I got it, but it was the super vitamin D. Absolutely. It's one that I've been waiting for. I just didn't know when they'd make it, but I figured that they had to, right? But
I agree.
it just sounds amazing. So I'm most excited about that.
I agree. Amy, what about you?
I have to say the same thing. I am very super excited about this vitamin D.
Awesome.
It's
Keith,
really, go ahead.
Keith, are you intrigued by anything new? You want to share? You don't have to. No? Okay. Doreen, how about you? Can you put it in the chat if you can't get your microphone to work? Vera, I think we know yours, but do you want to tell us?
Everything that I ordered. Well, vitamin D also, aside from the, concealer, foundation, and the aroma ring, and the tease rub, and the unwind.
Okay,
and
that's not one
I'm just
thing.
gonna stop.
Sandra, you're one.
Maybe the unwind.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm excited to try that and see if it actually helps me relax and get the deep sleep I so miss.
Yeah. And Doreen put vitamin D in the chest rub in the chat. Yeah, I agree. The chest rub. Stacy, what about you?
Well, I'm going to say the things I'm excited about, all of it, but the things I'm most intrigued by and I can't wait to try are the unwind and the aroma rings. They're new to me, right? So I want to see how they work. I'm excited.
I agree completely. Vanessa.
I tend to be a bit of an oils junkie, and that I love the other stuff, and the vitamin D is huge. But a couple of those, the new blends and the Gary's Light, I'm really looking forward to. That's gonna be one of the first things I think that I open up and smell. Right, those diffusers are gorgeous. I just don't know how I'm gonna hide them, but I don't. Right, I'm gonna have to start giving away other diffusers, but I was stunned by those.
I agree. The fact that we finally have glass where it's not just the big aria, I was super excited by that they're glass.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Rachel, did you want to unmute yourself or share in the chat?
I am really excited about the makeup. I ordered the liquid concealer and I'm actually looking to see what color foundation will match my skin.
Awesome. How about you, Mallory?
Sorry, I had to unmute myself.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, I cannot pick. There's so many things that I want. I literally want everything. But just kind of like what Stacy was saying, the aroma rings, since those are just so like a new concept, is just very like intriguing to me because I like, part of me is like thinking, all right, if I like walk around with this, it's going to look so strange. But at the same time, everybody's wearing masks. And so rather than smelling your own breath in these masks, like it's going to be really nice to have these. So I think I'm going to really like having them when I go out to run errands and like when I'm shopping. So I think that's one of the things that I'm most excited about. And I do want to get one of the mini kits, and I just don't know which one yet. But that reflexology ring is kind of intriguing as well. So I want to look into that a little bit.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
But I mean, I feel like I could just keep talking about everything else that I want, but I'll stop there.
No, that's okay. That's what this is for. Jamie, how about you? Did you want to unmute yourself and share?
I am balancing getting a taller to that and listening. So I would love to, but a little preoccupied between both right now. Sorry, guys.
No worries. We understand. We've all been there. Gwyneth, how about you?
Unmute. I unmuted.
There
I
you
could
go.
hear Video. Hi. I put in an order today and I'm excited about the Thieves Chest Rub. But one thing I've been doing is I've been sending the silly Mother Nature videos around.
Amazing.
And really enjoying that. And then sending people